Trump is done being an international embarrassment and is back to being a dangerous embarrassment right here at home. Which brings us to our main topic today, Trump's military celebration parade.
We're going to have a big, beautiful parade.
A military parade?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Or, as literally the entire rest of the world calls it, Trump throwing himself a birthday party.
Next month, he's planning a military parade that also falls on his 79th birthday.
His team swears it's not about him. It's about the Army's 250th anniversary. And if you point out that it's on his birthday, features 7,500 troops, 50 helicopters, tanks, fireworks, and 7 marching bands, then you clearly hate the troops. Because this isn't about Trump's birthday. Like they said, it's the 250th anniversary of the Army. So unless you hate the troops, it shouldn't matter what it costs, guys. Totally. And don't worry, they're really taking special care of those American heroes who are taking time out of defending our country to put on some show for the president. Only the finest combinations, though, of course. After all, this day is about them. We're here to celebrate them. I'm just fucking with you. According to USA Today, troops were being told to bring a sleeping bag. They'll be sleeping in office buildings across DC. They're getting 2 MREs, 1 hot meal a day, and a big ol' $50 per diem for their trouble. MREs are for combat zones and parachute troops. They're designed to be basic sustenance, not breakfast and lunch on your birthday. If the last time our guys had a meal this bad was Desert Storm, I don't think you get to call it Happy 250th. Usually there's a cake involved, and maybe a candle or two. But again, it's not about Trump. Just tanks, helicopters, fireworks, and a military pageant down Pennsylvania Avenue on his actual birthday. Totally not a dictator birthday dash thing. Support the troops. So how much does this little not about Trump celebration cost? Estimates, of course, are all over the place, but let's be clear. The last time Trump floated this idea, the Pentagon estimated 92 million. This time, they're keeping that number quiet. But leaked planning documents suggest somewhere between 30 and 45 million for one day of tanks, helicopters, fireworks, and Trump's ego doing laps around the National Mall. Now, to be fair, the Army had been planning a smaller celebration for its 250th for a little over a year. But the parade and all the nonsense that comes with it wasn't added until after Donnie got reelected. Shocker. And all this military equipment is definitely fine enough to roll through DC, right? Like our infrastructure can surely handle that, if that's what they decide to do. Yeah, you lose that bet too, unfortunately. In 2018, Trump's last parade idea, the one projected to cost $93 million, got scrapped, not just because of the price tag, but because of what they had planned would wreck the streets of Washington. DC officials even warned again this year, and this is a direct quote, if military tanks are used, they should be accompanied with many millions of dollars to repair the roads. And that's exactly what we need in DC. More nonsense, more garbage. Which honestly sounds like something you'd hear from a wedding planner. You just told you wanted to ride in the monster truck down the aisle. This whole thing is shaping up to be less like a national celebration and more like a camo-themed fire festival. Except, instead of rich influencers and disaster tents, it's 7,500 service members eating MREs under flicking fluorescent lights in a federal office building. Cuts, restructuring, and efficiency theater. Meanwhile, at the Pentagon, Pete Hegseth has been told to sing a very different song, in the form of saving money. Interestingly enough, in a new memo, Hegseth orders the Army to start slashing across the board. Close offices, merge commands, eliminate positions, cut 1,000 headquarter jobs, reduce 40 generals, retire outdated equipment. And all of this purportedly saved $40 billion over 5 years. But guess who's coming up with these numbers? You guessed it. The head of the Department of Breaking Shit You Don't Understand, Mr. Elon Musk. You know, the guy who said he was going to save taxpayers trillions by eliminating waste, fraud, and abuse, and has now quietly revised that number to under 150 billion, while simultaneously costing us way more just to fix all the shit he already broke. So, 40 billion in savings? Show me the receipts. Like I show you guys here. Apparently, we can't afford desks or admin staff or regional operators anymore. But we can afford to fly tanks across the country for a parade that celebrates one man's delusion of military grandeur. Imagine telling soldiers they're losing funding for air defense and cyber warfare, but don't worry, we found the money to give Trump his own 4th of July in June for his birthday. Now, no one's saying Trump is a dictator. That would be unfair, inflammatory, possibly rude. So instead of jumping to conclusions, let's just consult the birthday parade authoritarian checklist and let you decide. You might be a dictator. If your party has more tanks than balloons, you might be a dictator. If the only clowns at your birthday bash are you and your cabinet members, you might be a dictator. If you fire military personnel in the name of budget cuts, but still find tens of millions of dollars for your personal military musical, you might be a dictator. If your name appears next to Saddam Hussein, Kim Jong-un, Stalin, and Hitler on a list of people who threw themselves similar birthday parties, then congratulations. You're not leading a democracy. You're staring at a regime-themed reboot, it's my party, and you'll march if I want you to. If you think it isn't a big deal, it is. Because what looks like a party can easily turn into a pattern. And what starts as a birthday parade ends with democracy on life support in a folding chair somewhere in a federal office building, eating its second MRE of the day. Like and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Lies of the Orange Era.